guess what I got? So, if this isn't pale sea green silk, I don't know what is. Is it the quality of silk that an anglo-saxon woman would have had in the 12th century? Probably not. Is it perfect for my slightly fantasy-esque medieval princess fantasy thing? Definitely. And I mean, just look at this. I kind of just wanna wrap myself in it. So, I'm going to make this into a kirtle or a dress. And there's a lot of debate on, you know, how did they actually construct their garments. Ooh, I like this, almost like a toga. Or actually, wearing it like this, I feel very sort of 30s movie star. Okay, digression. There's a lot of debate as to how 12th century garments were made, especially the blio, the gown that goes on top of this. However, I think, I mean, the simplest way of constructing garments and the way that garments have been constructed, you know, 1,000 years before this and almost 1,000 years after, is probably going to be the way. I mean, they didn't have like one way of making garments, except for like 80 years when we did something completely different. That does not seem logical to me, so I'm going to make this into a kirtle. I'm going to use a very simple medieval tunic pattern. For all intents and purposes, it's the same pattern I used for the 18th century shift that I made a while back. It's gonna be, I want quite narrow sleeves, and I want them to be a bit too long, because what you see in a lot of illustrations and portraits, not portraits, what's the word I'm looking for? Statues, that's the word, statues from the 12th century show a lot of sort of wrinkling. Try and, you know, like this. So there seems to be a lot of very wrinkly, narrow sleeves, and I think the way of doing that is just to make the sleeves narrow and a little too long, so that when I push them back, they will wrinkle. So that's my plan. Let's get to it. Okay, so this is just such a fun garment. So I'm wearing the silk kirtle underneath, and then this is the blio. And it's, I mean, it's kind of sad that you can't see the whole thing right now, because it's, I mean, the wide thing I've got down. This is a massive garment and it is the most comfortable thing. And I'm really happy with these sleeves because they're so, I mean, look at that. Isn't that just the most massive sleeve you've ever seen? I get now why in a lot of the illustrations people have their sleeves like tied up a little bit. I totally get that because this is, they're big. Like, it's a good thing I'm portraying someone sort of noble because I would not be able to do any practical work in this dress, but it is a marvel and I just want to wear it. I want to live in it all winter because it's so warm and the colour is so beautiful and I'm really happy with it. I'm wearing it inside out at the moment because I'm going to mark where the neckline should go. The neckline on the blue dress, it's a keyhole neckline and the split goes down to, sorry while I touch myself, yeah, sort of mid-boob. So I'm thinking I'm going to make like a V-neck that's quite wide because then I can sort of show off my silk underneath just a little bit. I mean, I feel fabulous. I do feel aristocratic. I feel like an overwoman. I feel this is luxurious. It's an opulent wealth of fabric that's just not doing anything apart from making me look absolutely fabulous. One day I really want to make like a bliot that's got the sort of very tight bodice that this one's definitely not got because all my gauze start pretty high, but that's okay. That's how I wanted it. I wanted them to start sort of, yeah, waist level or a bit above to give that sort of massive width. And yeah, I mean I still got the neckline to do and the hemming, and then I need to make some trims for both for the kirtle sleeves and neckline, and for this the bliot neckline and the sleeves, and that's going to take a lot of trim because they're so nice though. They're so beautiful. I like it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to have a look at how the neckline's going to look, and then I'm going to hem the neckline, hem the skirt hem. That's going to take a while because it's so big. I don't know how many centimeters around, but like it's massive. This is only half of it, maybe not even fully half. So much wool. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to make some trim, and I think I'm going to do some tablet woven trim. Now I attended a class on tablet weaving last summer, and that's pretty much the only time. Oh yeah, and I tried some Viking Age tablet weaving this autumn. Apart from that, that's the only sort of tablet weaving I've done. So it's going to be exciting to see if I can actually make some trim that's nice enough. And I would also like for the kirtle, the silk kirtle, to make some of the trim with silk and linen instead of wool. Wouldn't that be nice? I think that'd be nice. Yes, so that's the plan. And then when my bliot is done and my kirtle is done, I'm going to make the veil. Not quite sure how I'm going to do the sort of silk interwoven with gold yet, but I'll think on that. And then I also have big ambitious plans of making myself a pair of shoes. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, so I'm slowly getting to grips with making my my tablet woven trim. It's very nice. It's almost therapeutic up until the point where it isn't, because I do something horribly wrong and I have to redo everything and rethink everything, and everything's a mess. And I mean, I'm using wool. I'm gonna try with linen and silk later, see how that works. I'm guessing it's gonna be more difficult to sort of keep all the strands of threads apart, because the thread's gonna be thinner. But I also have a feeling it's gonna be not easier necessarily, but that it's going to glide better through my tablets, because I mean, I don't know, I used these tablets before, but not really a lot, so I'm not sure if they're actually good. The class on tablet weaving I took last summer, we used cardboard, which I think was easier because they're lighter for a start. It's not that much weight that you have to maneuver while you're weaving. What way is it now? It's like that, and then like that, isn't it? Oh dear. Can't talk and weave at the same time. So of course, I mean, I've seen some tablet woven trims, ribbons from the early Middle Ages. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're so beautiful. And they're just beautiful, and they are really like detailed, with very fancy patterns on them, and mine isn't going to be nearly as nice by a mile, but it's going to be, I mean, it won't be as nice as it would have been if I'd, you know, bought my tablet woven trim from someone who's a lot better than me, as I guess an anglo-saxon noblewoman would have done. You know, unless she was unusually good at weaving, she would probably have had the money to buy the trim she wanted from someone who had that skill. But I mean, the point of this competition is to do it yourself, to learn something new, to try something new, to get better at something. And I'm telling you, I'm having a very steep learning curve. So I'm not able to, can you see, I can't talk and think at the same time. This is my problem. This is why I usually do voiceovers, by the way, on my videos, because I can't sew and talk at the same time. It doesn't work. I don't work like that. My brain doesn't work like that. So this is my this is going to be on the blio, on the neckline, I think. Unless I really hate it when I'm done with it and I have to make something else. I don't think so. I mean, I made a fair bit, and it's alright. I mean, it's a bit uneven, sort of tension-wise, because it took me a while to understand how to sort of get the tension right so that the pattern is visible and neat and pretty. But I am fairly happy with this. So this will probably go on the neckline of the red blue, and then I will make some for the neckline of the kirtle and the neckline, the sleeves of the kirtle. Don't think I'll make one for the sleeves of the blue, because when I wore it, I realised the sleeves kind of fall back. The wide sleeves, they fall back into my elbow crease, and so I'm not sure that the trim will actually be very visible. But maybe, I mean, if I catch the bug and I want to do oodles and oodles some more tablet weaving, and I have the time to do it, then maybe I'll make for the Leo sleeves as well. But that's not, yeah, that's not my plan for now. Yeah, that's that way. Gosh, I'm not good at this. I'm not. But it's nice. I mean, I've bought some equipment now and then, either to do this or to do something completely different. So that I have my tablets, they are wood. I think they might be sort of cherry wood, but I'm not quite sure. I bought them at the Nykøbing Falster Medieval Centre, I think it's called. It's in the south of Denmark. It's lovely, by the way. Totally recommend. And then I got this one that is actually made for making fishing nets, but it works really well for this as well. And I use it both to sort of to thread my sort of, I don't even know what's warp and what's weft right now. I use it, I know, not right now, my brain's not working. I use it both to sort of pull my thread through here, but I also use it to sort of close up the threads I've already woven to make that look neater and nicer. And then I got this one. I don't know if you can see. It just helps me sort of keep everything that I have woven out of the way, and it's just attached to like a small tape that I tied around my belly. And then what more do I have? I have this, which is a massive safety pin that I use when I need to sort of if I need to move at all, then I thread this through the same hole in all the tablets. And for some extra security, I use one of these, that, you know, the kind that you use to close bags with. I just, yeah, close the threads so that they don't move around. And I use the same kind of mechanism on the back side of this. So it's, I mean, it's a lot. I'm using a lot of things that aren't necessarily meant to be used for this, but it's working all right, I think. It's been. It feels okay. Oh, I can see there's trouble on the horizon. It's a thread that's about to snap. So I think what I'll do is I will take all of this off me. I will try and stop the thread from snapping, and then I'll weave on. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. Guys, this is the situation. I've got my little helper. I've got my Christmas tree up. I've got a fire burning because it's cold outside, guys. It's last I checked, it was -6 degrees out. There's a lot of snow. This is my very messy desk. And then there is this, which is the silk veil that I'm trying to sort of interweave with gold threads. It does take forever, and I'm not sure I'm happy with it, but I think I will be. I think I will be. It's actually pretty nice. It's very shiny. Very shiny. What do you say? Sadly, since we filmed this little assistant, aptly named Stitch, has passed away. We miss him terribly. Yeah. Back to my golden running stitches, I guess. So the reason why I'm giving you the silent treatment in this clip is because I thought, wouldn't it be great to give you better sound by attaching a microphone to my camera? And the result is no sound at all, so I'm not sure we'd call that an improvement. But here I am sitting, it's a week until deadline, and I am considering whether it will be possible to make a pair of turn shoes. Because, you know, I'm a completionist, and I want to challenge myself. I've never made shoes unsupervised before. So I thought, wouldn't it be fun to try? As you can see, I've already made one of the turn shoes, and we'll try to make another before the deadline. I wasn't quite sure at this point whether I would actually succeed in this. And with the kirtle and the blio finished, the trim finished and attached to both the kirtle and the blio, the veil finished, the shoes finished, and hair extensions bought and curled but not yet braided, we are actually nearing the completion of the project, which I will show you in a later video. And I do have a surprise for you location-wise. So thank you for following this extremely rambling, poorly recorded, and sometimes soundless little construction diary. Yeah. Until next time. Bye!